Hello traders, good morning, good afternoon and good evening depending upon your time zone. My name is Muhammad Azim from ReadyForex.com and we're going to do the London Forex trading session. I'm going to do the Elliot Wave Analysis and Forex Forecast. I mainly use Elliot Wave to trade and forecast the market, and you can also learn Elliot Wave Analysis and Elliot Wave Trading. You can contact me via different ways. Okay, let's get started. Okay, regarding the euro dollar currency pair, at this point in time it seems to me euro USD is trying to bounce back up from 1.1630 level, so hopefully we might get a bullish price action in coming trading days in euro USD currency pair. We'll see how it goes. However, it is also possible that this uptrend is going to fail and market might drops below 1.1630 level. That is why I have written this price level 1.1630 over here. So at this point in time the trend is up, bullish trend in euro dollar currency pair. Next, go over to a 4-hour time frame. So we got this pullback over here. Okay, this is what I was expecting. Now the way I see market is probably going to rise up in euro USD currency pair. Okay, so let's see how it goes. If you check out the 4-hour time frame, this is our bullish Elliott wave count invalidation point at 1.1630 level. Okay, so 1.1630, this is the level, and hopefully section is going to stay above this level. However, if we do get a break below this area, then obviously the uptrend is over. Okay, so 1.1682, this is the level that I was expecting to provide some kind of support in euro dollar currency pair. For detailed Elliott wave count, like which wave is which and how I counted, uploaded video on my YouTube channel, which I uploaded a few hours ago about the euro USD. Okay, so I'm waiting for the price action to start the rise. We have this nice bearish trend channel, and a breakout above this bearish trend channel is obviously going to indicate that the uptrend is trying to reassert itself. Okay, next one is the US dollar index. We just keep going up over here. It seems to me we're getting some kind of a leading diagonal. Let's take a look at 4-hour time frame. Okay, I'm going to remove all of this. Yes, it is possible that we're getting some kind of a leading wave 1 over here, or leading wave A. Okay, this is possible. However, we need market to drop, but the decline should not be a deeper one. We should get a shallow drop in price action. So this means we have this support over here, which market should not touch it. 96.39. Let me write it down. So 96.39, this is the level. 96.39 right over here. So if market is going to drop, the decline should be a shallow pullback. Okay, and it should not hit 96.39 level. Okay, otherwise If it's going to hit it, then obviously price action is going to drop even further. Next one is the pound dollar currency pair, which looks kind of interesting over here. Um, the way I see, we got a clear bearish candlestick close below the round number 1.3600 area. Okay, and price action is falling down over here. Let me clear all of this. Okay, so this drop over here, which showed long leg candlesticks over here, this is telling me market is probably going to provide us some kind of a pullback. Okay, so this is the Fibonacci retracement level, and safe to say that we might get a pullback at or around the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, the value would be 1.3658 or somewhere near to that. I see the forecast says GBPUSD is most likely going to rise up. Okay, looks bullish. Now this is going to be most likely a short-term bullish leg. The overall trend is still down. It's still a a bearish trend. So after the bullish leg, I expect further weakness in price action of GBP USD currency pair. Okay, so on a short-term basis, market is probably going to rise up, but on a long-term to medium-term basis, pound dollar is probably going to drop. If you check out the 30 minutes, this is where you see we discussed about these different potential sell patterns, bearish trade setups. Now market is moving back up again over here. So let's go over to a smaller time frame, like a 15 minutes chart, and see what's going on. Okay, this looks like to me we got the breakout right over here, and price action kind of showed somewhat strength over here. It really tried to move higher. So the way I see, these things usually fall a little bit or turn sideways, and then expect further upside in GBPUSD currency pair. Next one is the Aussie dollar currency pair. Aussie dollar, I would say, the way market is behaving, I think market is going to rise up even further. I don't think it's going to drop. The way I see, and the way the pattern is creating itself, I think we are going to get a bullish breakout, and Aussie dollar is not going to drop over here. Why? Because we only got this doji over here, and then we got this green color candlestick which is still open, which opened with a gap. If I go over to 1 hour time frame, you see this was the kind of a breakdown over here, but it's still choppy. Okay, so there's no strength present over here, so I'm bullish. Okay, in other words, my forecast is bullish in Aussie dollar currency pair, and the way I see, Aussie dollar is going to rise up even further in coming trading. I don't think Aussie is going to print a top now. It might print a top maybe next month or next week, but not today. Next one is the NZDUSD currency pair. We got this big drop over here in price action, but then market just started to waste time. It's going nowhere. So this is telling me that we need to look for sideways price action over here. So NZDUSD currency pair tried to go above this level 0.6034 area. So far no success, but at the same time we're not getting a downside pressure as well. So the way I see these things usually try to break higher. So it looks quite possible that NZDUSD is also going to rise up. Next one is the USD Swiss franc. Swiss franc, I think the move is over, or we might get one more push to the upside and then price action is probably going to drop. So my forecast is bearish. There's a low probability that we get a new high and a breakout above 0.8054 area. It's a high probability that the USD Swiss franc is going to drop further. If you check out the 4-hour time frame, we did not get a bullish breakout above 0.8006 area. So to me, it's a downtrend overall, and this looks like to me just an ABC corrective wave. That's all, and market is going to resume the downtrend. Okay, next one is the 1-hour time frame of US dollar Swiss franc. So we got this A, B, and C leg, but then we should get a new high, but we haven't got the new high. So if in case of no new high, this is telling me market is finding resistance over here. What kind of resistance? Let me show you what I mean by that. So this resistance is telling that market wants to move sideways, or it's going to waste more time, or the way I see, it's probably going to drop. Okay, these things usually break to the downside. So in my humble opinion, price action is most likely going to drop inside US dollar Swiss franc currency pair. Next one is the spot gold. Spot gold is bullish, it's going up, and this is what I have discussed, this is what I've told you guys. We draw this bearish trend channel, and on Thursday and Friday as well I told you that these things usually break to the upside. So we got the bullish breakout. Now the uptrend isn't over. I mean, we could still get more upside over here. Okay, price action is probably going to rise even further before we actually get a top inside XUSD pair. So I'm bullish. The forecast is bullish. Next one is the USDCAD. USDCAD is probably going to stay like this, going to move sideways. And I was first thinking that maybe I'm going to create this sideways pattern, probably a triangle, and then we get a bullish leg, but so far it's going nowhere. So it's possible that market wants to take some more time over here. On a short-term basis, USDCAD is most likely going to drop over here. Then if it touches 136.14 area or somewhere over here, then we might get some support. But overall, it looks like to me we got the downtrend. Next one is the USD Yen currency pair. It's a high probability that USDJPY is going to drop. However, I do have another wave count which suggests that if price action is going to break above 148.63 level, then it is going to open the door for further upside and bullish wave C. Okay, so 148.00, this is the level to watch out. I would prefer to look for a bearish pattern or decline in the USD Yen currency pair. So my forecast is bearish in USDJPY. Next one is the WTI crude oil. I already told you guys that crude oil is going to rise up on a short-term basis and then it's going to drop. Okay, this is the current analysis, and let's go back to the euro. So euro is most likely going to rise up along with the pound dollar. GBPUSD, it's also going to rise up further. Okay, the trend is up, looks bullish. Okay, that's pretty much it for the time being from my side, and hopefully I will do the next session. Let's see what's the current time over here. It's 4. In about 8 to 9 hours I will do the next session, the New York market session. Okay, so from my side, have a nice day and bye bye.